Hey guys, I'm really sorry. I think my PPT got hung, so the session got disconnected. Yes. Why buys in round number 5? See Rahul. Just a minute, okay? So Rahul, round number 5 mein there are 7 players. If you're thinking that there are only 6 players, then you are mistaken. Round number 5 has 7 players. Why 7 players? See, in round number 1 there are 100 players. In round number 2 there are 50 players. In round number 3 there are 25 players. Now in round number 4, sorry, in round number 3 there were 50 players, out of which I've divided 25 in group 1 and 25 in group 2, and then there are 25 winners who will move to round number 4. So round number 4 के number of players कितने? 25, which is an odd number, and uh, hence I will give 1 as buy, and remaining 24 players will be divided in 12 and 12. So if round number 4 के number of players is 25, round number 5 के number of players is 12 plus 1. So winner plus buys is the number of players in the next round. Here round number 5 में there are 13 players. Round number 6 में there are 7 players. Round number 7 में there are only 4 players, hence there is no buy. Clear? And Vanchika asked what is a buy. So Vanchika, like typically in sports you would have heard this term buy. Ki, say there's a match of table tennis between player A and B did not arrive on time. So A will be given a buy, which means A will be given a win by default. So whenever we give or grant a win to any player without him having played the match, then it is called as a buy. So it's a very common terminology in our day-to-day sports. Clear? So that is the meaning of a buy. So I think that's it. If you draw this table, now you can answer all the questions. Number of matches is 199. 4, 5, 6 mein there is a buy, total number of buys, and total number of rounds is 8. However, there's a smart approach to this question. Buy is a win without making that player play the match. So guys, the smart method is what? I've already told you that that the total number of teams were what? 200, and I want only one as the winner because it's a knockout tournament, which means total number of losers will be how many? 200 minus 1, 191, and hence number of matches which you have to play to decide the number of winner will be what? 199. So it's again the same thing which we learned in the knockout tournament, that when there are K players, when there are K teams, number of matches to be played will be K minus 1, and this is the logic. So I can also generalize this thing that if n teams are participating in a tournament, in a knockout tournament, then the number of matches will be n minus 1 in that subsequent round. Now, second question was, I had to find the number of rounds that took place. So it's simple. Now you can also try to directly visualize this, that the total number of teams were 200. So I will keep dividing it by 2 until I got 1, right? And whenever say it's a decimal value, then I will take the largest fraction. So what I try to mean here is there were 200 teams. So in after the first round there'll be what, 100 teams. In the second round, after the second round there'll be 50 teams. After the third round there'll be 25 teams. Then 25 by 2 will be what, 12.5. So I will not 12.5. Why? Because I will give 1 as buy and I will make 24 by 2, which is 12. So 12 plus 1 will be 13. So I have to round it off to the next integer, which is 13. 13 by 2, 7 by 2, 4 by 2, 2 by 2, and 8. So number of rounds will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is not the round, right? 2 by 2 is 1. So this is the final match in which there are 2 players who are playing the match. That's it. Now also, the question talked about number of buys and in which round were the buys given. So I can very well say that buys were given in round number 4, 5 and 6 because they have odd divisors, right? So buys is the number of odd divisors. This is just an alternate way to see the very same problem which you all have solved. Also, the direct way to remember the number of rounds is, if the number of teams is n, then we try to represent number of teams in an exponential of 2 to the power k, whichever is the least. So if there are say 9 teams, I will say k is what 3, because the maximum exponential of 2, which is just less than 9, is what 8. 8 is what 2 to the power 3. And if this is the kth exponential of 2, then the number of rounds will always be k plus 1. You can also apply it here. Here n is what 200. So this is 200. So power of 2 will be what? 32, 64 and 128. 2 to the power 7 is 128. 2 to the power 8 is 256. I will take which power? 2 to the power 7, because this is less than the number of teams. I will not take this. So k is what 7. So number of rounds will be 7 plus 1, 8. Either you can do it by this formula. So this is for those people who want tricks and want to shorten their time. Now you can remember the formula as well, because you have already learned the concept. Clear, everyone? Why are we doing this? So guys, I think that's pretty much for today. I wanted to cover at least 5 sets, but I think we have spent enough time in the starting knockout and Robin round tournaments. So it's okay. We'll cover the other sets tomorrow, or maybe whenever. Yeah, so tomorrow is Sunday, right? We have a class scheduled at 5. I might try to prepone it if the slot is vacant, and just try to practice these 4 questions. All of these 4 questions were really good level questions, and the remaining 5 6 more sets are coming. Even those are really advanced level questions. So revise it, make your notes. This is one of the toughest topic in LR. There is nothing harder than this games and tournaments. Yes, Vanshika, these shortcuts will apply every time unless there is any extra constraint given in the question. So I've designed the question in such a way that I've tried to consider all the constraints that typically come in CAT. This is my experience of last 4 5 years. So hence every time when I'm giving you a shortcut, I'm also giving you the advanced version, that how do we solve it using the basic funda, so that you remember both the methods, and it's advisable to remember the basic approach as well along with the formula, and then you can see whether the formula fits in or not. Yeah, Rahul, I think we are finished for today. We are done with 2 hours, and the feedback form which we sent to you, almost 4 5 students have mentioned that, sir, don't try to stretch the session. After 2 hours, it gets hard to grasp and to understand. So you can take your call. I'm even okay to have the session for next 30 minutes, and we can do a few more sets. But if you all want to go back and watch the batting of India, you're most welcome. Okay? So just let me know if you want to do a set now or you want to do it tomorrow. In total, there are 10 sets and then few more assignments for you in games and tournaments. So, okay, Rahul is having power cut, so I think we're left with no other option but to wrap up the session. Okay, Rahul is saying we can do it now. And others, if everyone is okay with having 20 or 30 minutes more session, we can do set number 5 now, and the remaining 5 sets we'll do it tomorrow. But I want everyone to be okay with this. Others, Vanshika, Iti, do you guys want to go? Sharjil, is it okay? I don't want any complaints later on that you have extended the class beyond 2 hours. Please mention yes, guys. We can we can do this set. Rishabh, Sagar, Rahul, Sonal. I have 4 yeses, so girls, Vanshika, we'll do what you say. Okay, perfect then. Here goes your set. Let's not waste time. These are the 4 questions, and here's the set. Yes, Sagar, it's totally for you. The question is, in a sports event, 6 teams A, B, C, D, E, F are competing against each other. Matches are scheduled in 2 stages. Each team plays 3 matches in stage 1 and 2 matches in stage number 2. No team plays against the same team more than once in the event. No ties are permitted in any of the matches. The observation after the completion of stage 1 and 2 is highlighted below. And then I have few points for you and then 4 questions. Perfect. I hope question is visible to everyone. I'll give you what 5, 6, or maybe yeah 6, 7 minutes for this 4 questions. Let's see who solves it fast and who solves it correct. It's a good set. Guys, is it done? It's only Sonal who could solve this. Sonal, are you sure of your answers? Question number 2 is the one on the right hand side. FYI. Please check it again. I'll give you 5 more minutes, guys. It's a good set, so I want everyone to at least spend time in this before we look for the solution. Okay, Sonal. I'm still waiting for more answers, guys. If you're not able to understand, ask me the doubts that way exactly how you stuck.
क्या तेरी क्लास चल रही है? क्या हाँ बताओ क्या बोल रहा था? बात हो रही है।
So that statement means, Himadri, that whosoever is the top team in stage 1, F did not play its match against that team. So say, in stage 1 there is a team B who has won all the 3 matches. Then it will imply that F would not play any match against B in stage number 1. This is what that sentence means. It's a perfect question for, a very complex or maybe a mixed kind of LR set. It includes games and tournaments as well as arrangement. Perfect, guys. I've given you enough question. I'm not sure why no one else was able to solve this. It was an easy set. The only thing which mattered was that you draw the diagram very correctly, including all the possible dimensions. Sonal, very good. Your answer is correct. You'll have 4 on 4. And this was really a good question. So you can have a thumb up for you. Others, I'm disappointed. But okay, let's see. So let's try to use all the information. Answer is 5245. Why is this the answer? We'll see. So this was the information given to us for stage number 1. Correct? Which means, so let's try to plot it down. So the question says that D lost to A. Right? So this will be my table. Right? And there are 6 people. Right? So number of matches will be what? Every person is playing how many matches? 2. There are 6 people from 1 to 6 and every person is playing exactly 2 matches. Sorry, yeah, exactly 3 matches, right? In stage number 1. So 6 into 3, there'll be a total of 18 by 2 equals to 9 matches. Why did I do by 2? Because there'll be repetitions, right? If one team is playing against team number 2, then 2 will also be playing against team number 1. Hence I've done divided by 2. So total number of matches will be 9. So I plotted these number of matches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I will say that in match number 1, who has won against which, right? So I'll plot all the matches and whosoever is the winner here. So let's use this information. D lost to A but won against C and F. Okay, so D has lost its match against A. See, it doesn't matter whether I mention this information in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, because 1 to 9 are just the serial numbers, nothing else. So D lost to A. I've used this information, but D has won the match against C and F. So using the information number third, I have plotted this. Now using the information number 4 that E lost to B, E has lost to B but won against C and F. I have plotted this information as well. Clear? So far I have just used the information that was given to me in the question. Now see, the question says that one team has won all the 3 matches. So which team can it be? Can it be A? Yes, it can be A. Can it be B? It cannot be B because it's given in the question that B has lost at least one match. So it cannot be B. Can it be C? No, because C has already lost one match. Can it be D? No, D has already lost one match. Can it be E? No, E has already lost one match. Can it be F? No, F has already lost one match. So it can only be A. There is no other possibility. So one team which has won all the 3 matches is A. I've already had one match of A. So I will just mention A against serial number 7 and 8, that A would have won its match against some other team. Which team is it? I do not know so far. Clear? Now guys, see, it's given to us that F did not, because A has won all the 3 matches, so A will be the top team in stage number 1. So now A can play against what all teams? B, C, D, E or F, right? So any 3 teams out of these 5 teams. A had already played against D. Okay, D ke sath already ho gaya, right? Now guys, see, if you observe, F did not play against the top teams of stage number 1. So F cannot play against A. So the only options remaining are B, C and E. And I have 2 matches remaining. Now I also know that every team can play a maximum of how many matches? 3 matches? In fact, exactly 3 matches, right? So if I see E ka, all the 3 matches are done. Match number 4, 5 and 6 mein E has already played. So E cannot play any other match. Hence the only options remaining are B and C. So I will just plot B and C in whatsoever order. It doesn't matter. And it's mentioned to us that F did not play this, so which means F has already played how many matches? 1 match and 2 match. So F will play 1 more match, right? And it's also given to us that 2 teams has lost all the matches, which means 2 teams has lost 3 matches. Can it be A? No, it can't be A. Can it be B? It can't be B because B has already won 1 match. Can it be D? No, D भी नहीं हो सकता, E हो सकता है, E भी नहीं हो सकता, he has won 2 matches. So team number C and F has to lose its 3 matches. C को मैंने already हरा दिया 3 match number 7, 5 and 2. So 3, 6, यहाँ पे it has to be F. F has to lose its 3rd match. Hence the only remaining option is which team? Team number B. Because B नहीं सिर्फ 2 matches खेले. B has only played 2 matches, match number 4 and match number 8. So this has to be the 3rd and the final match of B. Is it clear? This table which belongs to stage number 1. Any doubts so far? No. Okay. So now I have to use information which I have derived from stage number 1 as well as the FYI of stage number 2. So let's use that. This was the figure which I plotted from my stage number 1. And these are the additional information which is given to me pertinent to stage number 2. Right? That each team has played 2 matches. Of course, there are 6 teams, so each team will play 5 matches. They have already played 3 matches. The remaining 2 matches they will play here against the remaining team. The leader of stage 1 lost the next 2 matches. Okay. So how many matches will be here? There will be 6 matches. Why 6? There are 6 teams. Every team will have 2 matches. And to ignore the repetition, I will divide it by 2. So there will be a total of 6 matches for every team. Perfect. So I'll again draw the very same diagram. Now the question says the leader of stage 1, which was A, has lost the next 2 matches. So I will make A lose all the remaining 2 matches, right? So it will be A here and A in the next 2, in the sequence number 2 as well. Now, if A has lost the match against which all teams? Let's see. A and A. A already had its match against B, C and D. So remaining teams are E and F. So A would have lost its match against E and A would have lost its match against F. So I've used the information number this as well. Each team played 2 matches. Okay. Of the 2 teams at the bottom after stage 1, one team, so okay, of the 2 teams at the bottom after stage 1, it was team number C and F who have lost all the 3 matches. One team has won both the matches while the other lost both the matches. I can already see that F has won one match, right? Which means F will also win one more match because it can't be C, right? Because out of C and F, one team has to win both the matches while the other has to lose all the 2 matches. Now F can't lose both its matches, right? Because it has already won its match against E. So F must win its match against the remaining team. F already had its match against D, E, and B. B, D, E हो गया था, A भी हो गया, so the remaining team is C. So F must win its match against C, which means B should be the team which has lost both. C must be the team which should have lost all its 2 matches. So 2 matches कौन से बचे? C already had its match against D, E, and A. A, D, E हो गया. Remaining is B and F. So it's B and the second is, sorry. So it's B because C का F के against I have already mentioned in sequence number 3. Clear? It's also given to us that there is one more team who has lost both the matches in stage number 2. So which team can it be? A and C का already हो गया. B हो सकता है. B is not possible, right? Because B has won one match. A नहीं हो सकता, B नहीं हो सकता, C already हो गया. E and F are not possible, right? Because they have won at least one of their 2 matches. So the only possible option is D, who will lose both its 2 matches. So D will lose its match to the remaining teams. D already had its match with C. C के साथ हो गया D का match, F के साथ हो गया and A के साथ हो गया. A, C and F is done. So remaining is B and D. So D will lose its match to B and D will lose its match to E. That's it. This completes the solution of entire set. Clear? This question would have been difficult had I drawn, hence I've used the animations so that it becomes more clear. Is it clear so far to everyone? If it's clear, then I'll move on to the questions. How you have placed E and F in the first one and the second place? See, it was clear that A has lost both its matches, right? So I will place A here and A here. Now, see, it was given to us in the question. I'll just do the back that no team plays against the same team more than once in the event, right? And every team is playing 3 matches in stage 1 and 2 matches in stage 2. There are a total of 6 teams, right? So every team can play against 5 teams. So if A had already played against 3 teams, I know what are the remaining 2 teams against which it can play in stage number 2. This is the only information I've used. Which means, see, A already had played its match against D, C and B. B, C, D were already played in stage number 1, A में. So the remaining teams are E and F only. So A would have lost its match against E and F only. These are the only 2 possible matches. It can't be B because B was already done in stage 1 and we cannot repeat the match of A and B twice. So now let's move on to the question. This was the solution of stage 1. This is the solution of stage 2. The first question is the 2 teams that defeated the leader of stage 1 are. So which were the 2 teams who defeated A? Those were team number E and F. Right? So answer is B. Now question number 2 was the only teams that won both the matches in stage number 2 were E has won both the matches, F has won both the matches, and even B has won both the matches. So B, E, and F must be the answer. Next question. The teams that won exactly 2 matches in the events are, you have the entire table. So maybe you can redraw the table in this format. That these are the 6 teams A, B, C, D, E, F. A had won 3 matches in stage 1 and A had won 0 matches in stage 2. So the total number of wins for A is 3. Similarly, you can make the table for the entire thing. And then what is the question? The question was, just a minute, let me see the question. The only team that won both the matches in stage 2. Stage 2 mein both the matches were won by B, E and F. This we did. The teams that won exactly 2 matches in the event are exactly 2 matches, D and F. So answer must be D and F. Just a minute. Why is the answer E? E had won its match here and E had won 2 matches. Sorry guys, the answer for this must be E. The teams that won exactly 2 matches in the events are D and F. It is not E because E has won how many matches? E has won 5 matches. Sorry, 4 matches. E has already won 2 matches in the stage number 1 and E had won 2 matches in stage number 2. So I guess this answer is wrong. The answer must be E. Now the last question was, the teams with most wins in the event is, because we already had a table, B and E. Right? B and E had 4 number of wins. So yeah, that's the answer. So guys, that's pretty much for today's session. Next session is this. Maybe I'll just let you see the question. You can do it as a homework, and then this is from where we'll start tomorrow. Now guys, I want this to be solved by every single person because this is the exact replica of what we have learned so far. So if you are able to solve this question, that implies you have learned whatever we have taught so far. So this is a homework question for you. Come prepared tomorrow. We'll have a session. It's scheduled at 5. We might have it a little bit early. Basis my availability, I'll let you know. Fine. You can maybe take the screenshot or you can have it from the video itself. I'll leave this question for you for tomorrow. Fine. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Enjoy the match. Let India win today and have a good Saturday. Bye-bye.